You own something most adults can't afford. Right now, you control almost every input in your life. You control your effort, your accountability, your habits, all the things I talk about in my content. But you own a lot of this without a lot of outside distraction. Not to say you don't have any, but for the most part, you don't have bills to pay, families to feed, different things to do. Your responsibilities are somewhat limited right now. Take advantage of that. Because for someone like me, the older you get and the more you technically can afford in a house or a car or other material items, it also makes you kind of bound to them. Your narrative starts to be directed by other things. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a wonderful family and many things that I'm completely grateful for. But at 43, professionally, I'm trying to get my story back, to own my story again. But as I've gotten older, I see what's important to me and where I can make the most impact in my life. I believe in coaching and leadership training. This is what I'm passionate about now. I even have other businesses. I have a business in real estate investing. All those other things. I have multiple interests. That's my point. And what I'm looking to do is take back the narrative of my own story as far as my professional life, what I want to do with the rest of my life. You know, I heard something the other day that made so much sense to me. They said that so many people are afraid to really work at and build their business for 2 to 3 years because it's difficult. But yet, they're willing to work in somebody else's business for 40 years. And that really hit me. When I was in grad school, probably 15, 20 years ago, it was actually the time that I realized that someday I wanted to work for myself. But we fast forward almost 20 years now, and I'm still not completely there. I'm halfway there. I've started some businesses on my own. I've had some other successes. But now, this is where I'm trying to take my story back. My advice to you is simple. While you completely own your own story right now, even if you don't think you do, consider this. How many other outside pressures do you have? Like real pressures, real responsibilities. Some of you may have some things beyond anything I ever lived in my life, and I'm not going to say that you don't. But for the most part, a lot of you are still living a pretty sheltered life. And I don't mean that in a derogatory manner. I'm just being honest. While you still live under your parents' roof or you're in college, take advantage that you own most of the inputs and control those inputs, what you can make out of your life. Your road will twist and turn, but whatever you're going at, go at it completely. Because when you start to accomplish one thing, it's amazing how the world starts to open up with other opportunities. And it may take you somewhere far from where you ever even imagined right now. But that's okay. Get on that path. Own your story as it goes. And if I can give you one last piece of advice, don't let go of that story. Keep moving forward. Keep finding a way to do the things that you really are passionate about. Develop new passions and chase them too. Because you still own your story. You still own the inputs. Work on them as hard as you can while you can. Because it's amazing how quickly the waters become muddy and you get older and it's harder to do. But keep ownership of your own personal story. That will keep you grounded. I wish you that kind of success. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.